Two clear favourite. Shellac, Per Quad and Charmer, the 11-2 second favourites. Yildeniski is 6-1. Hushian 8-1. Arctic Envoy 12s. And Jahal and Albada have gone from 12-1 to 14-1. And it's 20-1 via these.
Yes, that's it. Under orders. And they're away. Paquad goes straight into the lead. From Brush aside, an Indian Queen on the inside, then Albada and Jahal on the outer, and behind them, The Thing About It Is. Then comes Hussey and then Yildeniski and Charmer behind them, and Arctic Envoy, and Shellac is the back marker. And Brush aside and Steve Cauthen make it, and Sheikh Mohammed's second colours from Jahal on the outside of Paquad. Behind them, The Thing About It Is an Indian Queen, and then comes Albada, and then Hussey and Yildeniski, and behind them Charmer and Arctic Envoy. And Shellac is the back marker still of the 11 runners in this Lane's End John Porter E.B.F stakes. Brush aside, the leader. Right over the far side now in this rather hazy light. Jahal is second. And then The Thing About It Is on the outside. Paquad comes next, and then Indian Queen, and then Albada. And then Yildeniski with Hussien on the inside. Racing now towards the home turn, and still Brush aside, Steve Cauthen from the grey. The Thing About It Is who's gone second just ahead of Jahal, and then Indian Queen travelling well in fourth. Paquad is 5, and then comes Albada 6 and 7 Hussien. 8 and 9 are Yildeniski and Arctic Envoy as they swing for home now into the home stretch, with Brush aside the leader. From Jahal in second, The Thing About It Is third. Paquad 4, 5 Indian Queen. 6 Albada, racing towards the half-mile pole, and it's still Brush aside over on the far rail. The grey, The Thing About It Is nearer to us. Between horses and the sheepskin noseband is Jahal. Then comes Albada making good ground. Shellac is making ground from the rear too as they race past the 3 pole. It's Brush aside from Jahal. Then on the near side, Albada. Yildeniski is trying to get into it now, and Paquad finishing quite well, but Brush aside as they hit the 2 furlong pole is about 4 clear of Albada and Yildeniski, who are second and third, followed by Paquad, and then Charmer trying to put in a run, and then Arctic Envoy. But it's Brush aside a long way clear as they hit the furlong pole from Yildeniski and Albada. Brush aside under Steve Cauthen is going to win the Lane's End John Porter in very impressive style. Brush aside, one-time favourite for the Derby, has struck very, very significantly this afternoon. Brush aside is the winner. It's close for second and third between Charmer and Albada, who are in a photo with Yildeniski 4, 5 Paquad, then Arctic Envoy and Hussien and Jahal, and behind Jahal The Thing About It Is, and then Shellac and Indian Queen. And so the result: first, number 7, Brush Aside, owned by Sheikh Mohammed, trained by Henry Cecil, and written by Steve Cauthen. And it's a photo for second, a photo between number 1, Albada, and number 2, Charmer. But Brush Aside, the very emphatic winner, this son of a ledge out of Top Twig by High Perch.